everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Via, this is Via Oracle, and I'm going to pull from the Sacred Geometry deck to start with. My camera setup is ridiculous, if you could see it now. The energy is very sleepy. I feel exhausted. It was like going 100 miles per hour to interrupt halt. And now I could sleep 4 hours and hours, and I have slept 4 hours and hours. So. Okay, we have a lot of cards here. Expanded Sri Yantra, the Calm Within, Al Yin Yang, Al and Raven Yin Yang, so duality. Yeah, we have Expanded Sri Yantra is about freedom. So freedom and peace when facing dualistic circumstances, and then there's an offering to spirit as well as the dodecahedron and the Kabbalistic tree of life. Okay. Yeah, someone here is going through an extreme internal shift from seeing their circumstances in a state of duality and polarity to embracing the opportunity to connect with God, to transmute their circumstances. And I want to say that this is somebody who is praying on a regular basis, somebody who is already aware that the chaos on the outside is just a play. It's not the truth of our highest expression in this form. Okay. Tell me more about this. Okay. Lost in the ruins of the past, as well as listen to the eternal song of your soul. Oh, and the time for romance has come. So we just got out of the retrograde and it was crazy. Sorry, my chair's squeaking. That was the most intense retrograde I think I've ever been in. And we had Jupiter and I think Saturn or Neptune in retrograde as well. I talk about this on the podcast Oracle Outlaws. You guys can listen to it. I don't want to get all into the astrology right now. Listen to the eternal song of your soul. It is about being able to, actually, I was just given a song for my name using the Bach codes, key sequences, notes. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but it was really profound and it gave me my soul purpose based on the music of my name. And so I think that's coming through because the time for romance, the song of your soul, the song of your name, part of your name purpose connected to, if you were to do the same Bach thing that I just did, it would help direct you into getting answers around your love life. It would also help call in your partner because that is a significant part of your journey with your soul path in this incarnation because it has to do with unconditional love. Okay. Interesting start to this reading. I don't know if you guys can see me. I can't see you. So I'll find out after this video is recorded. Tell me about this time for romance. Yeah, because you've been in hermit mode. There's been a stagnation, or not even a stagnation so much as an isolation. Setting boundaries from anything less than what is your God-given romance. Okay, these are a lot of cards. Yeah, because Three of Wands, Three of Swords, when you just went head first into a romantic partnership, it resulted in devastation and heartbreak that has taken you years to heal and reclaim yourself from. So I would say that that would explain why you went into hermit mode. But now you're connecting with your divine soul union, twin flame, kingdom spouse partner. And so it seems like with these cards, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, this is happening now. This is just starting now. And it's fresh, it's new. This person has entered your field and it's changing everything for you. I think that's why you're able to be calm and have expanded freedom and awareness in the face of storm and difficulty or supposed chaotic duality. I don't really see this card as being super difficult. I just see it as being like you see through the matrix. Yeah, drama magnet, because chaos gravitates towards you, messy energy follows, protect your emotional space. You're seeing how people, when they're projecting drama onto you, even just projecting onto you generally, it's a sign that your energy, your kundalini energy, is stirring up things in themselves they don't want to face or look at. And so I really don't see this card as a negative in that you're a drama magnet because you're doing something wrong. It's actually just a byproduct of spiritual awakening. So when you have drama and chaos follow you or try to get you to pull back into the drama that is always playing out around you, it's because you have that much power and you're a master, and people are trying to pull you out of that and they can't. Okay. Yeah, because protect your peace. So there's, with the Hermit here too, you recognize yourself as a master incarnated in this life, and you don't have time to, I want to say, you don't have time for anyone who is stuck in a loop and stuck in samsara and suffering of their own creation, who are choosing to stay powerless. And so protecting your peace from those people. Yeah, emotional roller coaster, because you've been taken on a ride with the Three of Swords here. Where is it? Three of Swords, Three of Wands. It was like with the Surfer Girl card, I just think that you were prepared for an adventure. You were ready for something new and different. And you threw caution to the wind and you took a chance. And it ended up blowing up in your face. And you discovered that this person was just a hot mess and was not going to give you anything other than heartache. And there was a lot of, I think, love bombing actually with this card. So tell me about the love bombing. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, it doesn't even want to tell me about the love bombing. So that's something that you've cleared from your past with Lost in the Ruins of the Past. Secure the bag. Money opportunities are opening for you. You're in a naturally abundant, opportunistic position. You can create anything that you want at this time. And focus mode is on, so your distractions have fallen away. You're locked into what you're trying to create, and nothing's going to hold you back from that. That was the lesson that you discovered with that previous dynamic. And there's something about this new partnership that's helping you stay focused, because before it was just scattered and messy, and I don't think this person in your past was interested in your success. If anything, I think your success was actually offensive to them because they weren't successful. Okay. Pulling from the Inner Temple Oracle now. Tell me what the focus mode is on with this energy. Yeah, because you're unhookable. You don't have the shadow, the demonic entity attachments. You don't have the karma or the samsara to play out that person who was holding you down had to deal with. And so you're transcended and you've ascended, and there's nothing that's going to be able to pull you down. So you may have been down for a moment and it may have been hard, but then you tapped into your power because we have the holiest temple. So your connection to God really saved you. The Burning Rose is about, I see this as a very beautiful feminine card and illustration. I think it's about power and femininity. There is an aspect of sacred rage here. So if that applies to you, I'm not one to get all hopped up on sacred rage practices. I don't think they're effective, because if you're in a safe place practicing being angry at someone from your past, I don't think that heals you necessarily. I think if you're mad from something that happened in your past, there's no way you can go back in time and give the reaction you should have given, which would have been to be properly angry and to pop off on that person. Which is why I think maybe there's some regrets about that, wanting to express anger at the person from your past. But then there's Chamber of Manifestation. So I'm getting that this is maybe a divine feminine who's really realized how much a partner has held her back from her abundance and is now tapping into magnetizing everything that she needs for herself to thrive. And so I don't really see that you need to do some weird, I don't think you need to like scream into a pillow while you're on combo and film it and post it on the internet or anything like that. But I do think, Divine Feminine, you've survived a lot, and you should honor and respect and forgive yourself for what you've survived. And don't get hung up on what you should have done. Just know that you can properly defend yourself from here on out and acknowledge that, because the seer is about the future. You're a prophet, you're a priestess, you're an oracle. And the corn is, again, more manifestation. You're so naturally abundant with this reading. I can't even tell you how much abundance is coming through right now. And I'm in a sleepy energy. This week has been a sleepy energy. I don't feel like I'm in my most abundant state, but actually, as a feminine, you can call in your abundance more effectively with rest. And the spirit of rest is the greatest grievance, and it is the one thing God tells us to fear missing out on. So if you're not getting rest, you should be afraid. Don't fear anything else but not getting rest, if that makes sense, because it's biblical. And so the seer and the corn is just telling me that you already have been given the vision by God that you're going to be really rich, you're going to be really wealthy. And so with Chamber of Manifestation, with Secure the Bag, none of the current play that you're seeing, none of the storm that's happening is affecting your calm within and your expanded freedom, because you know. So nothing going on right now that seems negative can hold you back, because you already have the vision. You've already been clued into, I'm going to get more cards here. Actually, I'm going to pull from the, what is this deck called? It's called the Gabriel, I think, deck. Even though it's green, I associate Archangel Gabriel with blue and Raphael with green. So I don't know why they made this deck green. It's very confusing. Tell me about, okay. Yeah, retreat to block out distractions, spend quiet time alone. So the Hermit, the Retreat card, it's all coming together that you're about to, it's the pulling back of the arrow, and you're about to launch off into your highest divine, loving, organic, wealthiest timeline. But right now it's about keeping it all in, and resting is coming through with this. I don't get specific resting cards with this, but that's the energy I'm picking up on, because that's what I've been in, what the local collective has been in, is one of erupt and commanding rest. Okay. Anyways, pulling from whatever this deck is called. Yeah, so love bombing and ghost, because that's exactly what this person did to you. And so overly attentive, showered with affection for personal gain, and then no closure and cowardice and disappearing act. So there was somebody, I don't know if this happened during the retrograde or before, but it's a retrograde situation because this person's no longer in the picture. And it's important that you move on from them because they were incredibly toxic, and that door closed as God's will, because you were not supposed to be with this person. Whoever they are, they were an asshole. I will just say that. I don't know if it's a distorted soulmate, a distorted masculine, I'm getting maybe. Yeah, like a distorted masculine. Okay. Graduation day, leveling up, lessons learned, acquired wisdom. Yeah, because you've done it, Divine Feminine. You've graduated from humoring distorted, toxic, masculine energies that you used to let into your field, who mistreated you and wasted your time and your resources. So I'm getting from this card too that you're hustling with maybe like education, or maybe you're getting higher advancements in your job. And so there's a lot of promotion and favor happening with this card. And then supersize me, doing too much, excessive overindulgence at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this is because you were going really hard, that now that's why the retreat card and the rest is coming through so strong for me, actually, because you just went into full-blown hustle mode, and you are in a naturally abundant, magnetic, powerful manifestor, maybe a generator, maybe you're a hustler, maybe you just have great work ethic because that's how you were raised. I don't know, but you went too hard in that direction after this person, I want to say, effed you over. Okay. Okay, frenemy, fake friends, playa, reading up, heart to heart, brick wall. So yeah, there was this distorted person. I don't know how long you were dating, but they were fake, and I think they had fake friends who were also putting thoughts in their head, and they were a player. They were looking for options. They weren't looking for anything serious, and you made it clear you were looking for something serious, but they weren't being honest about it. So you had to find out, probably online or through friends or through the grapevine or through God or whatever circumstance, you had to find out the hard way that they were not being faithful to you, that they were not being honest with you, that they did not want to commit to you, and were wasting your time. And so that's when you hit a brick wall. There was a defense mechanism, guarded and hard to reach. I'm getting that this was a very narcissistic person. Whether masculine or feminine, I'm just getting narcissist, actually, from these cards, with the love bombing and the whatever else is going on here, the brick wall. Yeah, I'm going to pull an animal totem on this. Okay. Tell me about the, whatever you want to tell me about, honestly. It's an animal totem deck. Okay, we have immortality and beauty. Potentially somebody who's really vain, somebody who cares more about their appearance than light bulb moment, sudden realization, and feeling inspired and insightful awareness. Yeah, somebody, you've realized that this person mainly just cares about superficial vanity, vanity, vanity with that card. Tell me more. Okay. Yeah, the hawk totem. So I feel like you're a divine feminine who has been balancing work and family and freedom, because the expanded Sri Yantra, you have an internal, you have all the codes for freedom. You've probably brought it here from your past lives, but then you've put yourself in a situation of maybe being responsible to a lot of people. Maybe you're a boss, you're a mother, you're both. You have a business, whatever it is. The hawk energy here, you also are extremely perceptive and you see things from a higher perspective. So you're looking down at the peacock and you're seeing what's really pulling out here. And the funny thing about peacocks is actually the male peacocks don't live as long as the female peacocks because their tails slow them down and they often become prey to predators for their beauty. So think of that as a karma for this person who mistreated you, who was superficial and who didn't want to settle down with you. They were so superficial that it ended up resulting in them getting eaten alive by a predator while you were able to escape. It's an interesting thing to mention. Artha of Kali, like a masculine warrior energy here. I don't know if this is the person coming in or if this is you, an aspect of you. Okay. Lots of cards here. Give me a second. So we have Mahakali, Mantagi, Bagalamukti, Kalika Tantrika, and Dumavati. Okay. I'm just getting, this person tried to attack you on every level. Every level. They undermined your confidence, your psychological health. They made you doubt yourself. They tried to convince you that you weren't powerful. They tried to tell you that they were the greatest thing that ever happened to you. I want to say, had you under their feet, their heels. This is the energy I'm getting. I don't want to say that you were a victim to this person, but that you literally had to survive them. Because with the Dumavati card, which I just lost here, I'm going to sneeze. That's really weird. That's weird. With the Dumavati card, I was just going to say this and then I just had to sneeze all of a sudden. This person was trying to kill you. Okay. Holy shit. And it's made you into a warrior. And you've locked in. I feel like I'm seeing an archer, like an Artemis woman. Somebody who locks in and can hit the target of whatever she decides to hit the target of. Tell me more. It's a lot of cards. I don't want to read all these. There's like 10 here. Okay. Transformation, unity, love, and explore. Okay. Yeah, so this is the new love and energy coming in with the, I think we had an Ace of Pentacles. We had the time for romance has come. And so you're exploring a love that is bringing about, I want to say, a transformation that comes from a place of unity as opposed to duality. So you're jumping from a really low survivalist I want to say reptilian timeline, which is kind of, it's the reptilian brain, it's the survival brain that you survived. And so transformation through unity, you don't need the duality, the theater, the chaos to become a better person anymore. So Divine Feminine, I really feel like this is a message for you that now that you've survived the worst, you don't have to deal with that ever again. And things are completely changed for you from now on. I'm going to pull from my other cards here. And I also am getting that it was a soul retrieval. It helps you remember through the abuse the codes of just how powerful and independent you can be on your own. It was like this person was a hiding place for you from your highest potential, and then you woke up to that. So this is an interesting card. We have somebody who's blindfolding two people here. I want to say this was like a distorted twin flame union with this card. Like a higher entity was really, this is interesting, but I feel like maybe a higher entity, I don't know if it's benevolent or malevolent, was using you two and maybe your past life karma to bring about something benevolent in this life, but it did happen through duality. So Venus is the planet that has mastered duality. I'm getting a lot of Venetian energy here, especially with the Eternal Song of the Soul card. Okay. We have Knight of Cups, which, yeah, like a romantic masculine energy coming in, who is, it's almost like he's finding a nymph or a mermaid in the water here. It gives me the energy of you're just in your feminine juiciness, and this guy literally comes out of nowhere and sweeps you off your feet when you probably swore to yourself that you were done with romance, and then boom. And then there's like this anxiety here of, is this person the real deal? Also, it's an energy of you want to protect this union from evil eye or the projections of other people. Tell me more. I'm getting a lot of 222, 555, 111. Maybe the dates 2026, 2021, September 9th coming through strong. Jaguar. Yeah, there's shadow here. This shadow, you've transmuted, alchemized, and integrated, and now you are apex predator. So there's nobody stronger than you in the jungle. Okay. So tell me more. Ooh, oh, okay. Thunder. Whoa. Okay, hang on. We have Tree of Life, Thunder, and the Serpent. I'm getting a lot of biblical garden energy with these cards. The Garden of Eden. You're eating from the Tree of Life. You're having your Kundalini activated. The Thunder is, it hits you. The change that's coming in your life, the 555 change, is so powerful. It knocks you off your feet. It is coming like a herd of buffalo. And this is somebody who might have Native American heritage. I want to say somebody who has indigenous blood in them, a Turtle Islander, just somebody who's so tapped in to, I want to say, the animal kingdom. And then the smoking mirror reversed, somebody who's completely transmuted their shadow and who's so pristine and clear in their vessel. Projections just don't hold. It always bounces off of them back to the projector. So it's like people have been trying to put things on you, and with the Bhagala Mukti card, it doesn't stay because you have already rebuked and canceled out that magic. It's like this person, this distorted soulmate, distorted masculine you were dealing with, feminine, was so much a training ground for teaching you how to cancel dark magic that was being sent your way from, I want to say, lesser entities and energies after the fact that you left this person. Okay. I'm just going to pull from the Soul Helpers card, and then we can probably wrap this up. I'm trying to make this a shorter reading today. Those cards are so far away. Leave your social circles behind, your usual social circles behind. Yeah, and have the courage to be free. So there's something about people who have held you back. You've already broken free with the expanded Sri Yantra card, but I think that there's people who are trying to perpetuate the old timeline for you. Let me see if I can reach these. I did not think through having the tiniest table. Good. And the squeakiest chair. Because you cast a spell with your existence. So you're a master sorceress, priestess, and you have this new partnership for the new age. It's coming through as a strong divine union. I want to say with the twin flame unions that were coming through the wave of twin flame unions, there was like a kind of thwarting and, I want to say, disruption or attack on those unions to the degree that I would say only 30% of them have actually become anchored in couples who are together and thriving, and they have the codes and they're admitting that out into the collective. So we have to conform as to die inside. So yeah, it's get out of any situation that is trying to shove you into a box is what I'm getting. And you are going to anchor in freedom and love and manifestation and abundance with a partner who is probably going to come into your field, if they haven't already, after you've left a situation where you're completely being boxed in. Okay, one more inner temple card and I'm going to wrap this up. And I really hope this records okay. I cannot see myself. Anyways, it's fine. It says, hold on, let go. Yeah, you're not sure whether to hold on or let go of the current, I want to say, job or living situation that you're in. So let me pull tarot. Tell me, should they let go or hold on? Okay, the Fool. So a new beginning needs to happen here with the Fool. Tell me more. Okay. Yeah, Page of Wands. It's a lot of passionate, youthful energy with this card. Passion projects. Queen of Swords. So judging whether or not an educational program is meant for you. Protecting your peace. And remembering that you can call in that abundant, happy family, the wealth and the legacy. And then the Tower and the Seven of Cups and the King of Swords. I'm just getting that a masculine is in your field or he's coming into your field. And he's going to go from being confused about who his beloved is to only having eyes for you. And that's the Tower here. So I'm getting like Aquarius, okay, Pisces, Sagittarius, Cancer energy with that reading. I'm feeling also, feminine, that with this person, he's gonna only have eyes for you, and I want to say that you need to not get into a state of yearning or desperation for who this person is or when they're coming into your field, or you know who they are and you're waiting for them to realize it. Don't exude that energy. You're so abundant. Remember that, anchor that in, keep in that state. Don't leave that. So, because the yearning is part of the Archon programming. And when we all arrived here, I was talking about this with somebody. Yeah, because we have codes of infinity. This is coming through. I've pulled cards on this already today for myself and for the collective. We're getting downloaded with codes of infinity here. We transcend time. Time does not run us. It does not own us. If you feel like you're running out of time, you're under Archon programming. So don't feel like this person is late or you're late or the situation needs to happen really quick. That is the opposite of what you're anchoring in. Okay, love and light or whatever. I will see you guys when I see you.